Hey you guys, so it's been a while since I've done a video, but it's something that I wanted to talk about. It's just something I was thinking about the other day, and that is what happens if the world goes vegan. I see a lot of stars, a lot of athletes and things like that are, jumping on the vegan bandwagon. And to be perfectly honest, it's something that's going to happen for a majority of people because they're not going to have a choice because everybody is getting sick. And as I've said before, we have to stop accepting the fact that once we get older, we get sick, and accepting that those two things go together when they actually don't. So before I talk about what I think would happen if the world goes vegan, I'll give you a few facts right now. And that is, first of all, there's overwhelming proof that food causes disease. It's like everywhere. It's like you really can't get around it. Now when you're eating something and you have indigestion, or as soon as you eat it, you have high blood pressure, or when you eat it, you were constipated, or your nose starts running or whatever, those things are signs from your body telling you that you should not be eating those things. So like I said, it's going to be a forced issue pretty soon. So animal agriculture is a $250 billion business, meaning the meat, the dairy, the farming industry, these industries have huge investments in the government, right? Which is the reason why some of the foods don't have to be packaged or labeled a certain way to warn you about certain things, because the food and the dairy and farming industry have a lot of say-so about that. That's why, some of the laws are very lenient, and you have congressmen and congresswomen fighting against warning you about certain, chemicals or additives that's been put into the food. So the labels don't have to warn you anymore. The labels don't have to say GMO, or the labels, or it'll be a name like or formaldehyde or whatever, and they will hide it and call it something else, tricky, so you won't know, what it is. So one of the first things that I thought about was that will be an improvement in the ozone layer due to the decrease in methane gas. Methane gas is like a substance that's put into the atmosphere from natural bodily functions of animals, like belching gas, and even sometimes just breathing. And what happens is those gases are absorbs the sun's heat, which warms the planet, So it's like we're blaming the government for a whole bunch of things. Oh, the government is doing global warming and blah, 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 blah. But what they're not admitting to you is that the mass production of animals for food consumption is contributing to the global warming. So as a result, if the world went vegan, we would have cleaner air. Our, seasons will go back to being the proper seasons, and we wouldn't have 60-degree weather in December and things like that. We would have a decrease in women's issues, in infertility, in fibroids, in hysterectomies, and cervical cancers, and things like that. And these things are happening due to the hormones that are being given to the animals, growth hormones at that. So if there has to be a mass production done for these animals to feed everybody, you have to put chemicals inside of them to make them produce, more and more eggs. So what a lot of women don't realize is that when you have all of those growths, i.e. fibroids or whatever, it's because of that. You know what I mean? It's because of the chemicals that have been put into the chickens to make them produce more. So it's doing the same thing to your uterus, and it's causing infertility, and it's causing fibroids, and it's causing women to have hysterectomies and things like that. So we will have a decrease in those women's health issues. We will have a decrease in sinus infections, right? And the need to remove your adenoids, right? Your adenoids are located in the roof of your mouth that connects to your throat, right? So those adenoids get filled